Hi. I hope you can hear me, you can see me. I'm Val, your favorite English teacher, right here. Giving couple more minutes to everyone to maybe join me live. If not, you will always have the option to watch it in on my YouTube channel to watch the recording. I am going to slowly start, not to take up too much of your time, not to make the recording too long. And our topic today is how much time you actually need for English. This is the topic that my peepsers chose. One second, please. One second. I see some extra things that we don't need on the screen. Hello there. Someone else joined me. I'm trying to get rid of this blue text. It didn't used to be there, but now for some reason I cannot get rid of it. I don't like it. Hmm. Sorry about that. But sometimes nothing. I can't do anything with this. This is so weird. This is an example of banner. I don't want a banner. I mean, I don't want to. This text. I cannot. I cannot get it off. Unfortunately, you will have to watch it, I guess. It doesn't seem to. Anyway. Anyway. Last time we didn't have this problem. That's why I don't like it. If it had been the same way before, I wouldn't worry. But now it's just an annoying thing that is right there that I cannot get rid of. Anyway. How are you guys? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know, please. Is everything okay? At this part, at least, I hope. Just let me know quickly if everything is working, if you can hear me and see me. And then I'll move on. I can hear your sounds clear. Perfect. Thank you so much for your answer. How much time you actually need for your English. Interesting topic, huh? This topic, as I said before, was chosen by my peepsers. Peepsers are guys who are in my Telegram channel. It's called Peeps. That's why they are peepsers. Every month they choose the topic, and I come here to conduct a webinar and we talk about different topics, but only my peepsers can choose the topics. This is their one of the advantages of being a peepster. I will tell you a little bit about this Telegram channel today. I will tell you about myself a little bit as well. If you don't know me by any chance, if you are first time here, if you didn't see me before and didn't join my other webinars. Thanks for Peepsers members. Yes, you can thank them for this topic because the topic is really good, I think, because it consists of a lot of misunderstandings and a lot of myths that I would like for us to debunk. Let me introduce myself properly first. My name is Valerie. I'm an English teacher, and I have been an English teacher for more than 13 years. No. How old am I? Yes, 13 years. A lot of years. You can see I've updated some of the pictures. I'm 32 years old. I celebrated my birthday 2 weeks ago, I guess. 1 week ago. I don't know. I am completely lost. Recently, it has been a little bit chaotic. So I'm in the beginning of March. So yes, a week ago, I guess. I celebrated my birthday. I'm 32, and I started teaching when I was 18. So yes, this is more than 13 years now. You can see some pictures of my students. You can see a picture of me in my diploma. In my diploma, it actually says that I'm a linguist interpreter. Linguist is a person who studies languages as a science, and interpreter is a job for translators. So basically, according to my diploma, I should learn more and know a lot about the languages in general and how to translate from one language to another. But I've always not hated, but I didn't really like translating because in my mind it was like, okay, when I translate, I don't say what I think, I translate what other people think. So for me, it was not that interesting. And when I was 18, I was still in the university. I shifted into teaching and I started teaching. And then, yes, I worked at a big international school, Wall Street English. Maybe you've heard about it. All my professional growth happened there, actually. I'm super grateful for that experience. But I've also worked in many little private schools for kids, for adults. I've worked with different levels, different ages. Right now, I am in Turkey and I still work as a teacher with adults and kids. I have Telegram channels, I have YouTube channel, I have TikTok account. I'm very active on social media because I enjoy it and because I like to share my knowledge. It's not only about I can teach you how to speak English, but I also like to change your mind about the process, not just give you the knowledge, but also give you the tools. That's why I love my webinars. That's why I choose different topics. And that's why when my peepsers choose something very different from what we talked about before, it makes me very happy because I like to discuss it. I like to show how much people actually misunderstand about it. When I say my students love me, I don't just imagine this. in this slide, in this picture, the most important part is the number. This is my annual, so yearly survey score. So basically, for a year, my school where I work asked students about me, about my teaching techniques, about my teaching in general. And my average score after a year of work is 4.86 out of 5. And this is an amazing score. I'm super proud of it. And it's not just the number, it's also about relationship that I built with my students. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that students congratulate me with my birthday, with other holidays. They give me presents out of nowhere, not because, they want something from me, but because we have this connection with them. They really become, maybe not friends, we don't become like besties, but we become very close. And I really want to think and I want to believe that I really touch something, and I change their life and I change their relationship with English. This is the most important part for me, because when they come, they are always, not always, but most of them are broken. They don't like English. They are tired of this. They think that learning is all about grammar or just, boring stuff, exercises or something like this. But when we work together and after work with me, they become like different people, basically, in terms of English. I mean, in terms of learning, practicing, and studying. And when I say that my work is important, and I told you before, it's not only about giving you the knowledge of English for me, it's also about changing your relationship. This is what I am really trying to do. These are some messages that I get. I get plenty of them almost every day. And I forgot to put it here. A couple of weeks ago, I got a message on TikTok from a guy who has been following me for years, and he said that I was one of the people who basically changed his relationship with English and helped him move forward with this. And it just warmed my heart. And why I'm telling you all of this is because it's important that you understand that I'm not just here to tell you, do this, do that. Okay. I am here to tell you how you can do it yourself and how and what you can do to improve your relationship with English, because your relationship with English is most probably broken. Okay, so moving on to the main topic of today. How much time do you need for your English? This is my first question. I want you to write it in the comments if you're here, or keep it in your mind if you watch it in recording. The answer to this question: how much time do you need for English? It doesn't matter what you have in your mind. Don't try to find the correct way. What is the first thing that pops up in your head when you read this question? Okay? The first thing that appears in your mind when you read or hear this question: how much time do you need for English? We will keep this in mind, and in the end of my webinar, we will see if you were right, wrong, way out of the correct answer, or close to correct answer. We will see who is closer to the truth. Okay, you ready? You have this time frame in your mind? I hope so. The agenda for today is basically 3 things that we need to discuss. I will try to keep it short. My goal is to actually make one of my webinars less than 1 hour. I want them to be really shorter, but I like to speak about this because I have a lot of things to say on all of these topics when I have my webinar. So that's why it's very difficult for me to shut up, but I will try. So the agenda for today is, first of all, we need to answer the question, what is English in this topic that we are discussing today? What does it mean to spend time on English? What exactly that means? Then I will show you the biggest problem and the most common mistake people make. And then we will actually find the answer together to the question of the hour, how much time you actually need for your English. So, what is English? And what does it mean to spend time on it? Again, I will pause for a second and give you a chance to think. When I ask you this question, how much time do you need for your English? What is this English in this sentence for you personally? What does it mean to spend time on English? What does it mean for you? Again, I'll give you some time, just a little bit, to form this answer. What is English for you? Because for some people, English would mean exam preparation, right? When people think about English, they automatically think, I need exams. I need to pass exams. So English for me is preparation for those exams. For some people, English would mean to understand what others say, right? Again, very often, people just want to understand what others are talking about. They want to watch movies and understand what people are discussing there. They want to listen to music and understand what the music is about. So, English for them would mean to understand others. For most of you who follow me, who understand most of what I'm saying, English would probably mean practice, right? Because you probably understand, you have the listening skill, you probably have the reading skill, you probably know a lot of grammar, but the problem for you would be practice all of this knowledge, right? So, my point is that different people have different reasons for English, right? Makes sense? But if people have different reasons, that means that they need different methods, right? Exam preparation method and listening skill improvement are two very different things, and they will need two very different methods. Do you agree with me on this? Do you understand what I mean by that? Now, if we understand that different reasons need different methods, we also should understand that different methods equals different time frames. If you need to prepare for exams, you have a deadline for these exams, your time frames will be very, very different from a person who is trying to improve their listening. Do you see what I'm saying here? This is the first thing that I really need you to understand. I will explain why, but for now, I need you to understand this. Because the first mistake you make, you listen to people who share their experience with their goals and from their perspective. How do you feel now? Because it seems very easy. It seems very simple. Like, Valerie, what are you talking about? Of course. But a lot of people don't realize that. Your goals and my goals are very different goals. So when I tell you how much time you should spend on your English, it doesn't really make any sense. And when you, with your goal, with your experience, for example, you have negative experience about English and I have positive experience about English. When I tell you that you need blah, blah time, you tell me, Valerie, I am so fed up with all of this. I am so tired of all of this. I don't have this amount of time. And we will not understand each other. And you will not listen to me because we have different experiences, different goals, and different perspectives. But sometimes people listen to other people and it doesn't match their goals. And this is the first mistake. The solution is to set your personal goal. Ask yourself this: what do I want to do? Why do I need English? What am I trying to achieve here? What am I trying to do? Do I need exam preparation? Do I want to improve my listening? Do I want to work on my speaking? Do I want to work on my reading? I want to read books in the original language. What is it that you are trying to do? Again, it seems very easy, but a lot of people don't think about it. And if you really now pause and think, I can bet it will take you some time. It will not come easily. If it does, great. This is really good. But remember that it should be your personal goal, not what someone told you you should do, not what someone wants you to do. Why do you need English? What is English for you? What is it that you are trying to achieve? The second problem, the second mistake that happens, you don't connect this goal with your reality. Don't, it says don't. Yeah, I see that my picture covers a little bit of the presentation. Don't compare your schedule to mine. Even if our goal is the same, to have more speaking practice, but you have 3 kids and I have 0, our reality will be very different. And when I tell you, hey, spend 1 hour of speaking every day, you will tell me, Valerie, are you crazy? I don't have 1 hour. I have 3 kids running around. You see what I mean? That's also why people have very wrong expectations, because they listen to someone, they listen to some English teachers or some bloggers or some influencers who tell them the information from their perspective. But when when people try to listen to them and try to do the same thing, it doesn't work because you just can't. You don't have this much time. So the solution to the first mistake, to this big problem, is in 2 steps, very simple steps. Set your personal goal without listening to anybody else and connect this goal with your reality, with your real schedule, with your life. More than 10 months of heavy exercise. Wow. Okay. I'm guessing this is the answer to the first question, right? So keep this in mind. We will get back to it. I told you I have Telegram channels, and I want to pause here and tell you for whom they are. FEEPS, Free English Practice Space, is a free Telegram channel that anyone can join. The link is in the bio of my TikTok. The link is in the bio of YouTube channel. I think it's everywhere. You can even just Google it. I mean, search it on Telegram. FEEPS is for people who can't work with a strict schedule. When deadlines scare you or your lifestyle doesn't allow you to really have something strict, because FEEPS is like a big collection of materials, posts, videos, audios, something to read, something to watch, a lot of different things. So If you need freedom in time and topics, so you can just go there, search a topic, find something, and do something. And for people who can't work under pressure, there is no pressure in FIPS. You come anytime, you join any conversation, you answer any question, you can scroll up and down, you can click the pinned message, and there you will see all the categories. You can choose any skill to practice any way you would like. This is just a big collection of stuff for you to practice anytime you want, as much as you want, whenever you want, however you want. My other Telegram channel, Peeps, Premium English Practice Space, is for people who need freedom, but a controlled freedom. What does it mean? You still can come anytime, any day you want. You don't have to, there is no strict schedule or timetable, but because it's a monthly subscription, you still have this controlled freedom. You need someone as a reminder. I am there as a reminder because I post there almost every day. So I will be your little push from behind all the time. And extra motivation because in Peeps, I use different motivation techniques. You can earn some special points if you finish some exercises. You can earn extra points if you finish, for example, some exercise before some time. So there are a lot of different things that work for a lot of people. But again, not for everyone. Quick reminder, yeah, if you are not sure, if you don't have time, you don't want to be pushed, you don't want to have any deadlines, you want to come anytime you want, do whatever you want, Peeps is for you. Peeps is for those who need some help, who need a reminder, who don't want to research, who want to come, see, do, move on. We're moving on. We're moving on to the next point of the topic. The biggest problem I see in people as an English teacher. Again, I will pause for a second. Maybe you understand what the problem is. Maybe you want to share. Maybe you want to think about it for a second. The biggest problem I see in people as an English teacher. This is the problem. English means doing serious grammar exercises for 1 hour every day. That's a very, very typical and common, maybe a little bit exaggerated, but the idea is usually this. English means doing something serious, boring most of the time, God forbid having any fun with it, only doing exercises, grammar exercises, 1 hour every day. This is serious learning. This is English. Why doesn't make sense? Number one, grammar is one skill. How about others? How about listening? How about reading? How about writing? How about everything else? Grammar helps you speak correctly, but how about speaking, for example? Why it doesn't make sense? Number two, I need 1 hour every day, but I don't have 1 hour every day, so I do nothing. That's super comfortable, right? That's a perfect excuse. In your mind, not in I mean, impersonal your. In people's mind, they need 1 hour every day. That's the very template thinking. Like, yes, I need 1 hour. Maybe not every day. Yeah, maybe two hours a week, like one hour twice a week. But I don't have this time, so I can just relax and do nothing. And this is what happens with very, very big number of people. So many people do nothing and use this as an excuse. And I'm here to stop you. So then I come and I say, hey, you know what? You can practice for 5 minutes a day and see results after some time. English teacher, hi. I come and I say this. No, Valerie, you're wrong. 5 minutes is not enough. Why do you think so? Because I know it won't work. Okay, so how much time do you spend on English? None. This is a typical conversation I have in the comment section under my videos on TikTok. Some people text me in direct messages. I usually don't answer because this is pretty much the conversation that we have. Person asks me, what should I do? I say, hey, practice 5 minutes every day. They say, 5 minutes is not enough. Like, okay, how much time do you spend now? I don't have any time. Then what are we talking about if you don't have any time? If you don't have any time, why don't you start with 5 minutes and see how it goes? Prove me wrong. Come on, prove me wrong. Start doing 5 minutes every single day for 1 month. And tell me after this 1 month, Valerie, I tried, it didn't work. But no, it's not comfortable, right? It's more comfortable to do nothing, right? I understand. So, the most common mistake that people make they choose 0 over a little bit. I hope you got some insight right now because this is big. People choose 0, nothing. 0, no, nada, over a little bit. They choose it. It's not like they don't have 5 minutes a day. They do. But in their brain, it's programmed that it's not working, it's not going to work. So we prefer to do nothing instead of trying. My motto is this, and I've been saying this for years. Ever since I came on social media years ago, I started saying this. A little is always better than nothing. If people who had followed me back then or had seen me back then years ago had listened to me and did something a little bit, but every single day, I have no idea where they would be now, because a little is always better than nothing. You don't trust me? Think about different skill. Not English. Let's think about something else. Yes, my cats are going to fight now. Think about any other skill. Playing the piano, playing football, ice skating, any other skill. If you do nothing versus you do something, where will be result? Where the result will be? A little is always better than nothing. Why, Phoebes? You can come anytime. You can do something, even a little voice message or text message. No deadlines, no pressure. You choose when to come, but it's still better than nothing because you will get notifications of new posts. You will get notifications of new messages or comments from other people. It can remind you from time to time. So you still can do even a little bit. You can come, you can record a quick voice message to practice your speaking, by the way. Hey guys, how are you? What you doing? My plan for today is blah, 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 blah. I hope you're having a wonderful day. See ya. That's it. But that's better than nothing. You said it out loud. You produced the language. You can't record a voice message. You're on subway. It's very loud. Text. Hey guys, how are you doing? This is better than nothing. One little comment is better than nothing. Same idea with Peeps. You can come anytime, do something, even a little bit. But the thing is here, you will do it more often than in Peeps. Because, first of all, community is close there. There are motivation techniques and the financial motivation. Since you paid money to be in this channel, it will motivate you a little bit more to come there, check messages, check the posts, and so on. This always works with people. This is our psychology. There is nothing to be embarrassed about. Financial motivation works very well for all of us all the time. That's how it works. So I think I'm doing great. I think we are really going to have less than 1 hour today. How much time do you need for English? How much time do you need for English? If you want my answer would be a little. Ow! Sorry about that. She didn't want to give me my mic back. No. If I had to answer this question, I would say a little. You need a little time. And a little is better than nothing. Always. A little is always better than nothing. So if you have 5 minutes and this connects with your lifestyle and it connects with your goal, it makes sense for your goal, 5 minutes, perfect. 2 minutes, amazing. 1 message, better than nothing. So the choice is really yours. You can keep doing nothing and complaining that you don't have time, that I don't have the time. Or you can go and spend 1 minute on your English. You have 2 minutes, amazing. 5, perfect. 10, wow. You know what I mean? The choice is really yours. Nothing. Stay where you are. Do nothing. No discomfort, but also no growth. No improvement, no English. Or do a little bit every day, every other day, regularly, but step by step, going back, back, I mean, maybe sometimes to the same topic, same rules, same words again and again, but you will remember and you will grow slowly, maybe, of course, slowly, but you will grow, you will move, or just stay where you are. I don't know what happened. Ah. 7th month in Peeps is open. The link is in my free Telegram channel. So you can go to free Telegram channel and the link is there to join Peeps if you want to. If you're watching this in recording, the link works only for 48 hours. Now it's a little even less because every month I open the doors to my premium English practice space for only 48 hours. You cannot join anytime you want. This is a privilege. This is something that we get new people for the whole month. No other choice. So if you want to join us, go ahead. If not, then I hope this webinar still was useful for you. And I hope I opened your eyes a little bit. I hope it showed you that you really have the time. What you don't have is the correct motivation, is the correct push from behind. And I hope I today could be this little push, could be this little motivation, and could be this little, maybe even mentor, to guide you in this, because it's really that simple. You need a little time, and you have this little time. All you need to do is start. All you need to do is the first step. Yes, we are live for 40 minutes. Perfect. Yes, I managed. I managed to keep it shorter. And now, just very quickly, I want to go back to this comment, more than 10 months of heavy exercise. What's wrong with this comment? First of all, 10 months of heavy exercise, I don't like every single thing about this comment. Heavy exercise? No. Heavy exercise will kill your motivation. Heavy exercise will just destroy your relationship with English, because you will be bored, you will be exhausted, you will not understand in the end why you're actually doing this. 10 months, more than 10 months. Again, for what? To achieve what exactly? My point, for example, yeah, if you want my opinion, you need to build such a relationship with English where English is simply in your life, right? I don't practice English to achieve some goals. I have English in my life. I watch movies in English, I watch TV shows in English fully, completely. No other languages in my life, only English. I um, I take some extra courses for teachers and for some other topics that I'm interested in. All of them are in English. I practice with my students. I find new apps. I use some of these apps myself because it helps me improve as well. But I don't hate it. I'm not exhausted of this, because I understand that there is no ending. What happens after these 10 months? You will stop the heavy exercise, and basically you will stop having English in your life. Then why all this trouble? Why this 10 months of heavy exercise? My suggestion is change your relationship with English. Make it more enjoyable, make it more fun. And for that, you don't need heavy exercise. You don't need any exercise at this point. Yeah, I see that the picture is frozen. Hello, hello. Hi. I just mean of heavy to care more. I don't understand what you mean. To care more about what? Anyway, I hope you understand what I am trying to say. That first of all, you maybe want to go to my YouTube channel and find the webinar where I talked exactly about this, that there is no ending when learning a language. And this is also another big misunderstanding that people have, misconception completely. because there is no ending. Even if I now stop practicing, stop having English in my life, my level and my, I don't know, everything, fluency, knowledge, everything will go down. But if you, all you do, and just like the guy in my presentation today, is exercises, grammar, all the time, only this, no practice, no other skills, you will get tired, you will lose motivation, you will stop, and that's it. And again, everything will lose, everything will be lost, you will lose everything. So start a relationship with English, and that you really don't need a lot of time. Again, my video is frozen. I don't like it. I hope the recording will be fine, and I hope it's just my phone. Anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you today. And I hope it was useful. I like the topic very much. As I told you before, I can keep talking about it and you will not be able to shut me up. But I will have to leave you. I have to go. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And thank you so much for watching this live or later in the recording. It doesn't really matter. If I changed your mind even a little bit, or at least made you stop and think about it for a second, I consider it a success. Thank you so much. And I will see you next month with a different topic. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and play my videos in the background. Watching. No, sorry. I ruined my line. It didn't happen. Let's try again. Play my videos in the background while cooking, driving, cleaning, doing anything else if you want to have some extra English in your life. I'll see you next month. Bye bye.